there's talk that the Cardinals could trade up to draft Alabama receiver Jaylen Waddle. And you know what? I think I like it. In his second and final mock draft for 2021, Peter Schrager of the NFL Network had the Arizona Cardinals trading up to number 7 in order to draft wide receiver Jaylen Waddle. Now, one thing you need to know about how Peter Schrager does his mock drafts is that he doesn't base them on his own scouting reports or player grades, but instead he bases his mock drafts on what he's hearing from his sources around the league. Now, in his first mock draft, he had the Cardinals trading up to number 7 to draft tight end Kyle Pitts. But in interviews he's given after posting his first mock draft, Schrager indicated that he had heard from his sources that Kyle Pitts wouldn't last that long, that he's likely to be gone by pick 4 or 5. But the one constant in both of Peter Schrager's mock drafts is that he had the Cardinals being aggressive and trading up in order to draft a dynamic offensive weapon. Tony Pauline of Pro Football Network has also reported that the Cardinals are high on Waddle, listing him among 3 players that they covet. The other 2 players on that list are cornerback Patrick Surtain II out of Alabama and cornerback J.C. Horn out of South Carolina. Now, if you haven't seen any of Jaylen Waddle's tape, I would encourage you to check out some of his highlights on YouTube. Waddle has elite speed, and he is electric with the ball in his hands. He also plays tough and breaks tackles despite being a smaller receiver. And as you would imagine with that skill set, he's also dynamic in the return game. Waddle's measurables, his speed, and his playmaking ability have drawn comparisons to wide receiver Tyreek Hill of the Kansas City Chiefs. Waddle and Hill are nearly identical in terms of height and weight, and both have blazing speed. Hill ran a 4.29 40-yard dash at the NFL Combine. Now, there wasn't a Combine this year, and Waddle hasn't run a 40-yard dash at a pro day. Waddle did record, however, a 4.37 40-yard dash at a camp that he attended prior to his playing career at Alabama. So while we don't have an official time from a Combine to use for comparison purposes, the time we do have, and what we've seen on film, lead many to believe he has a potential to be a truly dynamic receiver at the NFL level. Now, there are a couple of knocks on Waddle. In his first 2 years at Alabama, he was buried in the depth chart playing behind guys like Jerry Jeudy and Henry Ruggs because, well, it's Alabama. 2020 was supposed to be his breakout year, and he was off to a good start until he got injured in the Georgia game. But despite his limited number of snaps as a starter at Alabama, he's put enough on tape that he's widely viewed as a top 10 pick in the upcoming draft. So what do you think? Is Jaylen Waddle the next Tyreek Hill? Should the Cardinals move up to draft him? Or do you think they should go in a different direction? Tell me what you think in the comments below. I'd love to hear it. Thanks for watching. Please be sure to hit the like button and the subscribe button, and we'll see you next time on The Cardinal Rule.